Esteemed delegates, distinguished guests, as we gather here today at the international conference organized by the Schiller Institute, I am honored to address you on behalf of the Republic of South Africa. This occasion, which coincides with significant milestones in our nation's history, prompts us to reflect on the journey we have traversed, the challenges we have overcome, and the path we envision for the future. 30 years ago, on the 27th of April 1994, South Africa celebrated a momentous occasion, the first democratic elections. This pivotal moment marked the culmination of a long and arduous struggle against apartheid, a struggle fueled by the unwavering commitment of our people to justice, equality, and freedom. As we commemorate 3 decades of democracy, it is imperative that we impart the lessons of our past to the younger generation, inspiring them to safeguard our hard-won liberties and to remain vigilant against any threat to our democratic values. The theme of this conference, development as the necessary framework for peace, resonates deeply with the journey of South Africa. Our experience underscores the intrinsic link between development and peace, recognizing that sustainable peace can only flourish in societies where development is nurtured and inclusive growth is fostered. Moreover, as we reflect on the words of Nelson Mandela, we are reminded of the fundamental aspirations shared by all humanity, the desire for safety, livelihood, health, and education. It is incumbent upon us as the global citizens to work tirelessly towards realizing these aspirations for all. In celebrating the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Mexico and South Africa, we acknowledge the shared values and mutual commitments that underpin our partnership. From promoting democratic principles to advancing sustainable development goals, our collaboration epitomizes the spirit of solidarity and cooperation that is essential for addressing the pressing challenges of our time. The robust trade relations between our nations underscore the immense potential for further collaboration and economic synergy, paving the way for shared prosperity and mutual benefit. As we navigate the complexities of the contemporary world, marked by conflicts and crises, we are reminded of the imperative to unite in pursuit of peace. From Gaza to Ukraine and beyond, the quest for peace knows no borders and requires collective action rooted in dialogue, empathy, and understanding. It is incumbent upon us to champion the cause of peace, to advocate for diplomacy over discord, and to build bridges of cooperation that transcend ideological divides. Let us reaffirm our commitment to the noble ideals of peace, development, and global harmony. Let us draw inspiration from the resilience of our forebears and the aspirations of future generations. Together, let us forge a better world, one where justice reigns, prosperity abounds, and peace prevails. Now, continuing from our discussion on the imperative nexus between development and peace, I wish to delve deeper into the significance of peace within the context of South Africa, a nation that has traversed a tumultuous path towards democracy and inclusivity. Nelson Mandela's words resonate profoundly with our understanding of peace and development. He articulated that true development hinges upon education, a sentiment echoed by leaders worldwide. Education not only empowers individuals, but also cultivates the critical thinking, empathy, and social cohesion essential for nurturing peaceful societies. Furthermore, Mandela's assertion that real leaders must be willing to sacrifice for the freedom of their people underscores the profound commitment required to forge a path towards peace and development. In the South African context, peace holds paramount importance for several compelling reasons, each intricately intertwined with our nation's historical legacy and contemporary aspirations. Firstly, our tumultuous past, marred by apartheid and violent struggle for freedom, underscores the centrality of peace in our journey towards democracy and development. The peaceful negotiations led by Mandela and other visionary leaders exemplify the transformative power of dialogue and reconciliation in overcoming entrenched divisions and fostering national unity. Secondly, peace serves as a bedrock of social cohesion and unity in our culturally diverse nation. By embracing our differences and celebrating our shared humanity, we forge a common identity rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Thirdly, peace is indispensable for driving economic prosperity. A peaceful environment attracts investment, stimulates economic growth, and creates opportunities for all citizens to thrive. By investing in education, infrastructure, and innovation, we lay the foundation for sustainable development and shared prosperity. Fourthly, peace plays a pivotal role in shaping our international relations and promoting regional, continental, and global stability. A peaceful South Africa serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the continent, fostering cooperation and dialogue among nations. Fifthly, peace facilitates healing and trauma recovery, allowing individuals and communities to confront the legacies of our past and embrace a future defined by reconciliation and forgiveness. Peace is essential for safeguarding our communities against violence and crime, ensuring that all citizens can live in safety and security. And let me make clear that peace in South Africa is not merely the absence of conflict, it is the cornerstone of our collective aspirations for progress, prosperity, and social justice. Esteemed delegates, South Africa has made significant strides in improving the well-being of its citizens since the transition to democracy in the mid-1990s. However, it is imperative to acknowledge the persistent challenges that hinder our progress. The percentage of the population living below the upper middle income country poverty line has shown concerning trends, rising from 56% in 2010 to an estimated 62.7% in 2023. These trends are exacerbated by structural challenges and weak growth, further exacerbated by the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Rising unemployment rates, especially among youth, pose a severe constraint on household welfare and economic prosperity. The official unemployment rate in the fourth quarter of 2023 was 32.1%. High inequality perpetuates a cycle of exclusion by limiting the potential for inclusive growth that benefits all citizens. This cycle is sustained by a legacy of exclusion and the nature of economic growth, which fails to prioritize the needs of the poor and fails to create enough job opportunities. Moreover, wealth inequality exacerbates the situation, and low intergenerational mobility means that inequalities persist across generations with minimal change over time. In the face of these challenges, South Africa remains steadfast in its commitment to peace and development, both domestically and across the African continent. Aligned with the visionary Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, our nation is guided by principles that prioritize inclusive growth, unity, good governance, peace, security, and the preservation of cultural heritage. By upholding these principles, we lay the foundation for a future defined by peace, prosperity, and collective well-being. Furthermore, South Africa recognizes the significance of initiatives like the Oasis Plan, which aims to address global warming by restoring and improving soil quality. This project, a continuation of the Emission Zero Global Initiative, envisions the creation of a permanent rainforest in the north of Africa, where some of the most arid regions in the world are located. Through participation in initiatives like the Oasis Plan, South Africa can contribute to regional climate stability and biodiversity, aligning with our commitment to sustainable development and environmental conservation. At the halfway mark towards the 2030 Global Development Agenda, our country is still confronted by challenges of poverty, inequality, and unemployment, and the devastating effects of climate change. The SDGs provide a plan that resonates with other regional, national, continental, and intercontinental development agendas. Over the past 4 years, the world has experienced several crises, including the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, economic downturns, increasing climate change impacts, and political instability. South Africa has made positive strides towards improving livelihoods, increasing access to basic services, and reducing CO2 emissions. Despite challenges such as electricity shortages, South Africa remains committed to sustainable development and inclusive growth through collaborative efforts. Development as the necessary framework for peace resonates deeply with the journey of South Africa. Our experience underscores the intrinsic link between development and peace, recognizing that sustainable peace can only flourish in societies where development is nurtured and inclusive growth is fostered. In conclusion, amongst the trials of a post-pandemic era and the looming specter of environmental crises, South Africa stands steadfast in its commitment to fostering peace and driving development, not only for its own citizens, but for the entire Africa and global community. We pledge unwavering dedication to an integrated development agenda, collaborating with partners across society to propel forward the National Development Plan Agenda 2063 and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. In doing so, we strive to kindle hope and realize aspirations of all South Africans and individuals worldwide. I thank you.